Hey guys, welcome back to another DIY video. In today's video, I'll show you guys how easy and cheap it is to change the oil on this 2017 Audi A4 using only a fluid extractor. It's so easy, I'm doing this in a random parking lot with only these tools. I have a full breakdown of what you'll need at the end of the video, as well as in the description below, but a quick list is a fluid extractor, which you can see on the left, new motor oil and the oil filter, a torque wrench, a 32mm socket, a ratchet, a funnel, and some shop towels. This whole process took me about 30 minutes and required minimal effort. So overall, you could do this with a couple other things too, small little tasks like that you may have to do around the car. So with that said, let's get started on the process. Specifically for this car, Audi recommends oil with the viscosity rating of 5W-40. You can find this in the manual or online on Audi's website. And you'll also note that there's a hood tag that states that the oil must have a Volkswagen 5000 slash Volkswagen 50400 approval. You can find this on the back of most compatible motor oil bottles, and this will just ensure that you're also using the right oil for your car. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to warm up the engine to make the oil extraction process easier. Warm it up till it reaches around 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, while we wait for the car to warm up, I'll check the current oil level to see how much oil we can expect to extract. So the way to do that is you're going to go to Menu, Vehicle, then you're going to go to Service and Checks at the bottom, and then from there you're going to click Oil Level. So from the meter here, it's at full, so you can expect to extract about 5.25 to 5.5 quarts of motor oil. So with the oil warm enough, we can start the extraction process. Carefully remove the engine cover, the dipstick tube cover, and the oil cap. Check the oil cap for any dirt or debris and set these components off to the side. Now I'll show you guys how to assemble this device, specifically for the oil change process. The first thing you want to do is examine the tubes for any tears or rips. The system works like a vacuum, so any rips or tears will cause it to malfunction. With the tubes checked, securely attach the dipstick tube adapter to the main suction hose. Again, make sure that you fully assemble the two components to prevent a vacuum leak. Insert the dipstick vacuum tube into the dipstick hole. Push it in gently until you feel some resistance. Don't force it in there because it could break or bend, and that's the last thing you want in there. With the tube in, start pumping the handle. Keep your pumps controlled. Rapid pumps may rupture the system. Give it a few initial pumps and you'll see oil flowing through the tube, as you can see here by that indication of the dark fluid flowing through. With this pump, every 2 liters is marked. We saw from the oil meter that we are at maximum capacity, so we can expect oil halfway between the 4 and 6 liter mark. This process takes about 5 to 10 minutes overall. Now we want to loosen the oil filter housing to extract additional oil. Using the 32mm socket, break the oil filter housing connection loose and carefully unthread it and let it drip back into the housing. Keep shop towels nearby in case of spills. You can see we extracted a little more than 5.5 quarts as we initially expected to. And you'll also know that there's nothing left when the sound changes. It'll go from this fluid flowing noise to this air flowing noise, and that's how you know that the extraction process is complete. I also like to remove oil from the oil filter housing as well. Just a few pumps here should do the trick. To install the oil filter, simply pull the old filter out from the housing and insert the new one. Take a pick or a flathead and pry out the old O-ring and put the new one on carefully. Use some of the new oil to lubricate the O-ring. Install the oil filter housing with the new oil filter and the O-ring and tighten it down to 25 to 30 Newton meters. This spec is also listed on the housing cover. There's a small opening that can fit a mini funnel tip. Carefully put your funnel here and take your time pouring in the motor oil. Pour about half a quart at a time. Start with the 5 quarts bottle first, drive the car around and let the engine warm up fully to check the oil level. If you're still low, top it off as needed by adding 1/4 of a quart from the 1 quart spare bottle that you have. This will ensure that you don't overfill. After driving around for 30 minutes, this was the oil level using only 5 quarts. So you can see I just need to add a little bit more. I let the car cool down and added an extra half a quart of oil. That was 2 1/4 pours, and I drove it around again for 30 minutes, and now you can see it's at the max level now. So the last thing you want to do is you want to reset your service interval. To do this, just hit the left arrow and then go back down to service intervals and then just click reset oil change interval. And there you go, that was it. There you guys go. See, it's super easy to change the oil in this car using these simple tools. And if you're interested, I have a list of the products that I used in the description below, but I also provided a list of all the supplies that you'll need to perform the oil change. If you guys found this video helpful, please do share, subscribe, and like. It will mean a lot. And also just stay tuned for the next video. Thanks again for watching, guys.